Zechariah chapter 13, I'm gonna start at verse 8. And it say, and it shall come to pass that in the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die.
So if you don't know what that means, that's 2/3 of a, you ever seen a pod just like this? 2/3 cut just like that, gonna die. The majority of our people is gonna die.
That's right. 66.6%.
2/3, 2 out of 3.
That's right. Are these people right here on this sign?
That's right. If you see yourself on this sign, it's 2/3 of them, they're gonna die. This time, this life, right here, right now.
Come on, I'm gonna keep going. It say, but the third shall be left therein. It's verse 9 say, and I will bring the third part through the fire and will refine them as silver is refined.
So some people, some Israelites are gonna get saved. You got 2/3, they gonna die terrible death, Lord willing. You got the 1/3, the people that's gonna get saved, Lord willing.
And the Lord bringing us through that fire right now. It's that spiritual fire, man, so we won't have to feel that physical fire.
That's right. It say, they shall call on my name, and I will hear them, and I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, the Lord is my power.
So what is you doing for the Lord right now? What you gotta put some works in to call on them. You can't when you see them, you can't say, oh, I see the clouds cracking right now. Now it's time to start praying. No, you got to put some type of work in. You can't, like you said, you can't keep taking loans out of the bank. You got to eventually pay something. All right, I'll grab that. What you want? Shit. Jeremiah, you can get Jeremiah.
Oh, Con, before y'all grab that, I just want to land back on that statement you made. This James chapter 2, verse 20. It say, but wilt thou know, O vain man, that faith without works is dead.
That's right. Faith without works is dead.
Matter of fact, like I said, you got to do your work still, but if you ain't got no faith in it, you might as well not be doing them. You can know you an Israelite all you want to, but if you ain't putting the right type of works in, and if you ain't got faith in it, shit, you a regular nigga for real.
Because works get done by faith. If you don't got faith, you ain't gonna be able to. And that's why, you got a lot of people out there that know that they Israelites, but they ain't doing no work, man. They be on the comment board, Shalom and Shalom, Yahweh Shemiah Shabrakatah and all that. But then when you click on their page, it say no content, man, no videos, because they don't have strong faith, man. Because if faith, if the Lord say get out here and push the word, you got certain brothers that really didn't even know a lot of scriptures, but just had that much faith and really got out here and did it until the Lord built them all the way up, man.
Like I said, it's a lot of people that know they Israelites. I know I go to school with a couple of niggas that know they Israelites before I even told them. Next thing they ask me, trying to smoke? It don't matter. It really don't matter, bro.
Just knowing ain't good enough for Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man.
Right. Like you said, if you love me, keep my commandments. That's how you really show your works. And you still gotta have faith, just like the brother said.
Yeah, the scriptures say, show me thy faith, I show you my faith by my works, or something like that. So you gotta have both, man. You gotta have that faith and that works, man. You show your faith by your works, man.
I got a precept.
Go ahead, up.
This is Romans chapter 14, verse 23. It say, and he that doubteth is damned if he eat, because he eateth not of faith, for whatsoever is not of faith is sin.
Right, and the scriptures say eat the whole roll, man. All right, so if you eat in this roll without faith, then you're damned. You're condemned.
Right.
All right, you're gonna be condemned, man. The scriptures talk about when you drop out this truth, you crucify the Lord again, man. So that's why 2/3 they gonna receive Salakia, the ones that came in his faith and didn't have faith. The ones that came in the truth and didn't have faith, they gonna receive a greater recompense than anybody else.
That's the spirit, most straight.
2/3, man. Because they
Somebody
crucified the Lord over again, man.
Somebody pull it up.
All right, this is the book of James, chapter 2, verse 18. Yeah, a man may say, thou hast faith, and I have works. Show me thy faith without thy works, and I will show thee my faith by my works.
That's right.
So that's what it's about. Faith and work is the only way you're gonna be delivered. It tells you that in 2nd Esdras, what is it, the 6th chapter, I believe? 6 and 9, or is it the other way around, 9 and 7? He said, you're gonna be saved pretty much by your works and by your faith, whereby you believe, man. 9 and 7.
Yeah.
So if you don't mind, because it takes those two coupled together in order to be delivered.
You got to endure unto the end. The trials and tribulation, the temptation that the Lord set you up and try you by. Go ahead.
This second Ezra chapter 9 verse 7. It say, and everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith whereby ye have believed.
That's right. By faith and by his works whereby ye have believed. And the scriptures say what? I believe, therefore I spoke it. So you got to put your life on the line. The scriptures tell you in Romans 12:1 to make your life a living sacrifice, man. So you got to put your life on the line. Get up, come out here, speak to this rebellious household, these people on this side, all right? Which the scriptures do call it the foolishness of preaching, all right? But it's necessary, man, for the elect, because that's what we're fishing for. Ultimately, to seal them so we can be delivered. You mind if I grab a quick precept? Get Revelation 7:1.
Come.
And then when I'm done, you go right back to that line.
Hey, cause they got a saying in the world, man, that hard work pay off, man. This work right now that we are doing for Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, hey man, it's gonna pay off in the end, man. All right, because this is the only way to save you and your household, man.
And the scriptures say what? Philippians 2:12. You know, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. So you gotta want this really for yourself first.
That's right.
You say you got children and you love them. You know, you should be putting your best foot forward to seek and serve your power. The God of Israel, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, man. The God of these people on this side, man. Because by not doing so, he said, all they that hate me love death. And that's plain. Ain't no need no words.
That's right, brother.
Yeah, if you got it. Yeah.
This is Revelation chapter 7 verse 1. And after these things I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth.
What's that wind? Right quick, get Isaiah 32. Keep that on deck though. Yeah, get Isaiah 32:1. Or really like verse 2. You know, because he said that they should not blow on the earth. Okay? The angels are holding the four winds, man. All right, this is going into the destruction like the brother went into. You know, the thermonuclear destruction. The scriptures prophesied 200 million missiles that's destined to hit this place.
Start at verse 1.
Start at 2.
This is Isaiah chapter 32 verse 2. It say, and a man shall be as a hidden place from the wind.
That's
hiding
right.
place. Like,
but not just any man. All right, a man that's diligently seeking and serving Yahweh Baal Shem Yahweh Shai, man. Putting their best foot forward. You can't rely on no 2/3, man. They're gonna be fearful. The scriptures tell you that in 2 to 16, man.
Mighty man shall cry their ability.
The mighty man shall cut their ability. I'm thinking that the bridegrooms gonna be sorrowful because they men gonna be destroyed in the wars. But them two go together. Keep going, huh?
okay, it say, and they covered from the tempest.
The tempest.
The tempest.
Exactly, which is this violent wind that's destined to come. This goes also, that tempest goes into like storms, you know, like what's going on in the Bahamas. We were just speaking about that Dorian situation and also Humberto that's on its way. You know, that's a violent tempest. The Lord said He's gonna visit this place with. You got it?
You go?
Yeah.
It say, as rivers of water in a dry place, as the shadow of a great rock in a weary land.
He said He's gonna be a covert from the tempest. That's what it's going into. A man is gonna be a hiding place during that time period when it's thermonuclear destruction. Because if you found under his pretty much his rule, all right, you're gonna be delivered through him. See? Go back to that Revelation Bible, Mashah.
This is Revelation chapter 7 verse 1. And after these things I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth. The wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree. And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living God, and he cried with a loud voice to the 4 angels, to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of the Lord of our God in their foreheads.
And that's going into being, you know, marked with exemption from judgment. You don't mind getting that real quick in Ezekiel. 9:4, man. All right, because he said the main purpose was not to blow on the earth until the servants be sealed in their foreheads, man. All right, so that's what this is all about. Us coming out here is to seal the elect, and after the elect is sealed, the doors of repentance gonna be closed, man.
Right.
So then it's judgment. It's go time, and that's why the Lord is gonna be start killing people. He said the slain of the Lord shall be many. You got it.
All right, this is Ezekiel chapter 9 verse 4. And the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof.
Now this mark is different mark than was mentioned in Romans 16 and 17. It's also a different mark than was mentioned in Revelation, 13 and 16. All right. This is the Thawa mark the brother spoke of, you know, that's going into the mark with the exemption from judgment, man. All right. The other mark in Romans 16, 17 is scope, to scope someone out. All right. Mark, like scripture say, mark the diligent man. You know, cause division. That's what Romans 16, 17 say. That's what I'm talking about, though. But I'm using that as an example. You know, a scope. And then you got the mark, which is the karat, which is a physical mark, the incision that you take, man. All right. So not to bring no confusion, but he said, mark them which sigh and cry. All right, for all the abominations done in the midst thereof, man. Because the men that's up here on this side, man, are the only ones, and not only we, but brothers that's scattered abroad, okay, the four corners of the earth, are the only ones that's sighing and crying for the abominations that they dealing with, suffering, going through, man. You see, we actually need salvation. You see, Esau, what does he need to be delivered from? The scriptures tell you in Psalm 73 that, you know, they're not in trouble as other men are. Neither they plague like other men. We need deliverance. We need healings. We going through sickness and shit. Can't afford medical or whatever the fuck, you know. It said that's one of the biggest crises right now domestically here in America is Medicaid. You see?
Like spiritual lot, man. We vex with the filthy conversation. Filthy conversation of the wicked, man. This shit vexing, man. It's to hear these people conversations and talks, man. Bullshit.
It is. And like the scriptures say, the Lord delivered righteous Lot vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked, man. And the conversation of these, excuse us, watch yourself out. The conversation of these evildoers is wicked, man. Hey, the scriptures tell you also in Luke 16:15, man. All right, that all the things that's highly esteemed amongst men are an abomination in the sight of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, man. All this stuff that's quote unquote barbershop talk, sports, women, celebrities, shit that don't pertain to nothing, man. You know, and meanwhile America is on the brink of World War III. You know, America is in a trade war with China. You know what I'm saying? So all that other stuff is null and void, man. It's where your focus should be. Hey, real quick, so I get, bro. I do want you to finish that. Can you get 2 Peter 3 and 10?
Bring it out, Bob.
Come on, Bob, finish on that. What you got? All right.
This ain't even on the planet.
Verse 5.
Get verse 5.
Ezekiel chapter 9, verse 5. And to the others he said in my hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite, let not your eyes spare.
So judgment is coming for 2/3 of the nation of Israel, man.
That's right.
And that's what's prophesied in the scriptures, man. He said, let not your eyes spare, because the Lord is not a respecter of persons. It tells you in Romans the 2nd chapter that the Lord have not respect of persons, man. So judgment is coming not only for men, but for women as well, for children as well, man. All who the Lord did not redeem, who not chosen, man. And we're doing what it takes to potentially be chosen. That's what an elect member would do. Come out, make the life a living sacrifice, be diligent, you know, in season, out of season, preaching the word, man. Ultimately to seal the elect and to hopefully seal our position. Go ahead.
This is 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 10.
Hey, praise God.
All right, this is Ezekiel chapter 9, verse 6. Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children, and women become not.
The Lord is with slaying old and young, man.
That's right.
See? That's contrary to what you people have been led to believe, man. That's why the Lord say in Isaiah 55, his ways are higher than your ways, man. You know? He said his ways are higher than your ways, man. All right? Go ahead, huh? Yeah, go ahead. What does it mean to be baptized? What it mean?
All right, this is Ezekiel chapter 9, verse 4. And the Lord have said to him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and cry for all abominations that be done in the midst thereof. All right, so we already know it's keys and signs to who the elect may be. We don't necessarily know, But if you know how I know, it's hard to be a so-called colored person in this country. Everybody got their own problem.